A Porsche 911 GT3 returns to the dealer for a routine recall. Technicians pull its black box data and discover speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. The registered owner is not a racing team. It's Honda. Hidden beneath the engine cover, Porsche engineers had left a single note. But to understand why it was there, you first need to know what Honda was secretly building and why Ayrton Senna was helping them do it. In 2012, Honda's Performance Manufacturing Center in Marysville, Ohio, faced a demanding mandate. The second-generation NSX required more than advanced hybrid technology. It needed to match the undisputed benchmark of everyday sports cars, the Porsche 911. For Vehicle Dynamics project leader Nick Robinson, establishing this level of performance was not about straight-line acceleration. It was a rigorous exercise in measurable vehicle dynamics. To earn genuine legitimacy in the supercar market, the new NSX had to match its German rival in areas that escaped simple specification sheets. Robinson's team focused on the physical realities of high-performance driving: intuitive steering feedback, high-speed tracking stability, progressive braking confidence, and transient chassis balance. While virtual simulations provided initial targets, digital models could not replicate real-world road feel. To prove that a multi-motor hybrid system could match the visceral agility of a lightweight analog sports car, the development team needed a physical point of reference. They recognized that true engineering validation required direct, hands-on comparison against the industry standard. To acquire their benchmark, Honda avoided corporate channels. Instead of contacting Stuttgart directly, the NSX development team walked into a standard dealership and bought a brand new 2014 Porsche 911 GT3 on the 991 platform. The transaction was processed as a standard retail sale to an individual, keeping Honda's corporate identity completely hidden from the German manufacturer. Once the sports car arrived, engineers treated the GT3 as a highly sophisticated engineering measuring stick. Nick Robinson authorized the purchase with a clear focus: to dissect the German car's steering response and chassis dynamics under extreme loads. Porsche had recently transitioned to electric power steering on the 991 generation, yet they had mastered the tactile feedback that driving enthusiasts demanded. Honda's team wanted to know exactly how they achieved this balance. By running the GT3 side by side with early NSX prototypes on private test tracks, the engineering team gathered comparative telemetry on tire slip angles, lateral acceleration, and suspension deflection. Operating the GT3 as a live benchmark allowed the team to compare lap times and driver feedback in real time, moving beyond the limits of computer simulation. Every high-speed run and lateral G measurement became a metric to tune the NSX's torque vectoring hybrid system. Honda's engineers aimed to ensure that their complex, heavy multi-motor powertrain could match the intuitive agility of Porsche's naturally aspirated icon. The car was driven to its absolute limits, logging hours of high-performance telemetry that would soon catch Porsche's attention. In early 2014, Porsche identified a critical safety defect affecting every 2014 model year 911 GT3 manufactured between October 19, 2013 and January 16, 2014. A faulty piston connecting rod screw could loosen, potentially breaching the engine crankcase and leaking oil onto hot exhaust components, creating an immediate fire hazard. Under National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Campaign 14V090000, Porsche issued a mandatory stop driving order and recalled all 785 affected vehicles to undergo a complete engine replacement at authorized dealerships. Honda's secretly acquired GT3 fell directly within this affected build window. To protect their engineering asset, avoid catastrophic engine failure, and resume high-performance testing, the Ohio-based Vehicle Dynamics team delivered the sports car to a local Porsche dealer for service. During the engine replacement process, technicians connected to the vehicle's diagnostic port to download the onboard black box data, standard protocol to verify the car's history before replacing a major powertrain component. The electronic system had captured a highly detailed running log of the car's entire life. Instead of the typical driving patterns associated with a standard retail customer, the telemetry revealed extreme, repeated track use. The record showed sustained maximum RPM operation, lateral acceleration forces exceeding 1.5 G, and multiple high-speed runs where the car was pushed past 200 miles per hour. When dealership personnel analyzed the vehicle's registration database alongside this aggressive operational profile, the owner's identity became clear. The chassis was registered directly to Honda's Marysville, Ohio development facility. The routine safety recall had exposed the entire benchmarking operation. Through the car's own data logger, Honda's private testing was officially documented, transforming an anonymous customer purchase into a verifiable fact pattern inside Porsche's corporate records. When the black box data exposed Honda's development program, Porsche's response did not come through corporate lawyers or formal letters. Instead, the reaction remained strictly within the engineering ranks, reflecting a shared culture of performance and respect. When the GT3 returned to Honda's workshop in Ohio, the development team raised the engine cover to inspect the newly serviced car. Slipped underneath was a handwritten note from the Porsche technicians who had handled the recall. The message read, "Good luck, Honda, from Porsche. See you on the other side." The note carried a distinct blend of skepticism and recognition. Porsche's engineers knew Honda was aiming directly for the 911, and the message served as a quiet challenge. For Nick Robinson and his development team, the note was more valuable than any public statement. It was physical proof that the German manufacturer had noticed their work, transforming a covert corporate benchmarking exercise into a direct, personal dialogue between rival designers. This back and forth was not a modern anomaly. It was the continuation of a decades-long pursuit. Years before Ohio engineers discovered this message under a GT3 engine cover, Honda had already demonstrated its ability to disrupt the European sports car hierarchy. To establish that credibility, the Japanese manufacturer had previously turned to its most legendary racing partner to deliver the ultimate proof on the tarmac. In February 1989, Ayrton Senna stepped into an early Honda NSX prototype at the Suzuka circuit. As Honda's premier Formula One partner, he brought authentic racing expertise directly to the project. Senna pushed the experimental machine to its absolute limits, returning to the pit lane with a blunt assessment. The chassis felt too fragile. This feedback reshaped Honda's entire development philosophy. Under his guidance, engineers immediately began reinforcing the aluminum monocoque, ultimately increasing chassis rigidity by 50%. Senna's hands-on work bridged the gap between Grand Prix competition and everyday road car development. His feedback on steering, weighting, and power delivery turned the NSX from an ambitious technical concept into an extension of the driver, giving Honda's engineering campaign a true human soul. In the spring of 1990, at Portugal's Estoril circuit, Honda's performance campaign moved from private testing to a public display. The manufacturer arranged a televised exhibition to showcase its partnership with McLaren. Ayrton Senna strapped into the cockpit of his Honda-powered McLaren MP45 Formula One car. On the grid ahead of him sat a standard Honda Civic and a Porsche 911 Turbo. To illustrate the speed gap, both road cars received a head start of over 60 seconds. They sped down the track, disappearing into the distance before Senna was cleared to launch. Once released, the chase was relentless. The Honda engine shrieked as the Formula One car closed the gap at an astonishing rate. Within a single lap, Senna reeled in both vehicles, sweeping past the Civic and the Porsche 911 Turbo to establish unmistakable proof of Honda-powered speed. Today, that competitive respect remains etched in automotive history. Honda proved greatness isn't given, it is engineered on the absolute limit. Whether through secret telemetry or Senna's screaming exhaust, true giants always recognize their equals. What's your favorite automotive rivalry? Share your thoughts below.